welcome everyone to the October 23rd regular meeting of the Mobile County Commission and call the meeting to order. And if you don't mind, would everyone please stand for the invocation be given by Reverend Eric Zubler from the Christ Church Cathedral, and please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag afterwards. Thank you.
Let us pray. O God, the fountain of wisdom, whose will is good and gracious, and whose law is truth, we beseech you so to guide and bless our county commissioners, especially Mercuria Ludgood, Connie Hudson, Randall Duet, and be with all of those who are assembled here and for their purposes this day, that together we may enact such laws and regulations as please you, to the glory of your name and for the welfare of this people, through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
All right. I think we have several resolutions this morning, and I'll make an announcement. One's going to be presented by Commissioner Ludgood, and the other is going to be presented by Commissioner Hudson. First, we have the National Lead Poisoning Prevention Week, and receiving that resolution will be Pebbles King and Toki Dunn, and they're from the Bureau Director of Community and Nutrition and Commissioner Ludgood will be presenting those. And also the Alabama Extension Week, and Cindy Knowlton is here, and I think she has some guests with her, and I'll let her announce her guests. It's a pretty long list, and I think Commissioner Hudson will be presenting those.
I sure will.
Thank you.
Thank you. In recognition of National Lead Poisoning Prevention Week, whereas each year National Lead Poisoning Prevention Week is a call to raise awareness about the dangers and potential health impacts of lead poisoning in children. This year's theme is Together We Can Prevent Lead Exposure. And whereas we support federal, state, and local efforts, including that of the Alabama Childhood Lead Poisoning Prevention Program and the Mobile County Health Department to keep children living in Mobile County lead-free. And whereas lead is a naturally occurring metal that can cause negative health effects, there is no safe blood lead level in children that has been identified, and even at low levels can cause permanent disabling conditions, developmental delays, and behavioral issues. And whereas testing for elevated blood lead levels is encouraged for children aged 12 to 24 months or aged 24 to 72 months if they have no record of ever being tested, and those living in high-risk neighborhoods. And whereas child exposure to lead is preventable, there are steps that healthcare providers, parents, and guardians can take to protect children from lead exposure. Now, therefore, let it be resolved that the Mobile County Commission supports the efforts to advance the health and safety of all residents and proclaims October 22nd through 28th, 2023 as National Lead Poisoning Prevention Week in Mobile County, Alabama. And this is signed by all three commissioners.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You want to say something?
Good morning to the County Commissioner and everyone present. My name is Toki Dunn. I am the Director of Community Prevention Programs at the Mobile County Health Department. where I am under the Bureau of Community and Nutrition Services, led by Ms. Pebbles King. Our health officer is Dr. Kevin Michaels, and our executive director for our Directorate of Prevention and Wellness is Dr. Stephanie Woods Crawford. Our department received the grant funding from the Alabama Department of Childhood Lead Poisoning Prevention Program under the CDC in October of 2019. So this is our 4th year with our grant. It is exceedingly well that we received this grant to share the information on the dangers of lead and the effects of lead have on children. With this recognition, I also wanted to present some lead poisoning prevention t-shirts for the county commissioner. Thank you for this proclamation.
Thank you. You want us-
Well, good morning, everyone. We have another group of special guests with us today, led by Cindy Knowlton, who is the director of the Alabama Cooperative Extension Service here in Mobile County, and team. And in a minute, I'm going to ask you to introduce everybody, but y'all come on up because we have a resolution, and I'd like you all to be up here to receive it. Just got the whole group today.
About 3/4 of them.
Yeah.
You couldn't make it.
Well, we're so happy to have you. Thank you for joining us today. The resolution reads, in honor and recognition of Alabama Extension Week, whereas the Alabama Cooperative Extension System is the primary outreach and engagement organization for the land grant mission of Auburn University and Alabama A&M University in cooperation with Tuskegee University, and is transforming the lives through science-based information, practical solutions, and meaningful experiences. And whereas Alabama 4-H annually empowers more than 123,300 young people to learn, lead, and make a difference in 1,000 Alabama schools throughout 11,000 educational activities and with the support of 4,500 volunteers. And whereas the agriculture, forestry, and wildlife regional extension agents and specialists work year-round to support Alabama's farmers and landowners through the delivery of research-based information to improve producer management decisions while increasing profitability. And whereas the lawn and garden experts provide in-person and virtual programs because they believe that knowledge can improve the enjoyment and safety of homes and property while ensuring the sustainability of Alabama's environment. And whereas the Human Sciences team provides Alabamians of all ages and economic backgrounds with the practical, research-based knowledge and skills necessary to make better choices that inspire healthy people, strong families, and elevated communities. And whereas Extension's Aquatic Resources team offers programs on recreational pond management, commercial catfish production, oyster production, well water training, and waterway research to support the state's abundant water resources, including more than 130,000 miles of rivers and streams and more than 3.6 million acres of wetlands. Whereas urban extension regional agents and specialists are dedicated to making an impact in Alabama's urban and suburban communities by providing learning experiences designed to make positive changes, inspire new ideas, and solve problems. And whereas the food safety and quality team provides research-based education for home canners, restaurant owners, and cottage food producers, and works to meet the challenges of residents across the state and rural regions, small towns, and metro areas. Now, therefore, let it be resolved, the Mobile County Commission proclaims October 22nd through 28th, 2023 as Alabama Extension Week in Mobile County, Alabama, Furthermore, we encourage all residents to discover how Alabama Extension provides solutions for everyday life. It was signed by all 3 commissioners, and let me tell you, after reading this, I'm surprised you don't have about 5 times as many people here, because you all do a lot of work. And I think a lot of people don't really understand what you do as far as the education and research-based, and how you help the 4-H groups all the way up to the farmers and the landowners. So congratulations, and thank you for all your work. And Cindy, if you would just say a few words and then introduce your team, please.
Okay, well, thank you. Thank you, Commission, for your continual support. We appreciate it. And yes, we do education pretty much A to Z. And our agents are out in our communities here in Mobile County, all the way down from Dauphin Island down up to Mount Vernon. We are educating. And so with me today, I have Diane Anthony, one of our administrative assistants, Mary Jo Broussard with 4-H, Latanja Charlie with Alabama A&M administrative assistant, Alexia Simmons with Human Extension and Health and Wellness. We have Denise Anderson with 4-H, and she'll be busy with the upcoming fair starting later this week. In the back, we have Joel Potter. He is an urban everything agent. He is wildlife, natural resources, and forestry, and he knows so much about trees and fruit trees and nuts, and so a wealth of information. And we have Pamela Irby, our urban extension agent with Family Financial Management, and we have Bernadine Ransom. She is a wealth of knowledge and loved by many children with our nutrition programs that come through our county. She goes out to the schools and does a lot of education. So we are busy, even on the weekends as well. And we are committed to extension. And again, we just appreciate your support.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Let's give them a round of applause. And thank you all for your partnership and for joining us today. We're happy you're here. And keep up the good work. Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right. Before we move forward any further, I think I'm going to let Glenn make an unfortunate announcement about one of our county employees. Glenn, if you don't mind.
Yes, unfortunately, our very own Daphne Foster, GIS analyst, who's been with us for 35 years, passed away this morning.
Oh,
So we ask that everyone lift up the family in prayer.
so sorry to hear that.
That's never anything anyone likes to hear, and particularly one of our employees, so just remember to keep the family in our prayers and thoughts as we move throughout this week. So with that, we'll move on. Has anyone signed up to speak?
No one signed up to speak this morning, sir.
All right. Glenn?
Number 1, approve the list of claims.
Second?
Number 2, authorize advertisement of requests for proposals for development of multi-unit rental housing in conjunction with low-income tax credit and home funds.
So moved. Second?
Number 3, authorize advertisement of requests for proposals for development of affordable single-family housing units in conjunction with the home program.
So moved. Second?
Number 4, approval letter of support of Bright Speed's grant application to Alabama Department of Economic and Community Affairs Alabama Broadband Accessibility Fund for one broadband project in the county.
So moved. Second?
Number 5, approve appointment of former Mobile County Sheriff Sam Cochran to serve as a member of the Board of Commissioners of the Mobile County Communications District for 4 years.
So moved.
Second. Abstain.
Number 6, approve reappointments of Roy Hodge, Robert Adams, and Dr. Timothy Hughes to serve as the members of the Board of Commissioners of the Mobile County Communications District, each for a 4-year term.
So moved. Second.
Number 7, approve appropriation contract with Satsuma City Schools Board of Education in the amount of $4,620 from District 1 Education Funds to purchase school supplies for Robert E. Lee Elementary School.
So moved. Second.
Number 8, approve appropriation contract with Joe Jefferson Players, Inc. in the amount of $5,000 from District 1 Education Funds to cover the costs for school students' transportation fees to the production of G's Bend stage play.
So moved. Second.
Number 9, approve appropriation contract with Saraland City Schools Board of Education in a total amount of $8,298 from District 1 Education Funds to purchase school supplies for the elementary schools as follows.
So moved. Second.
Number 10, approve appropriation contract with Chickasaw City Schools Board of Education in a total amount of $3,712 from District 1 Education Funds to purchase school supplies for the elementary schools as follows.
So moved. Second.
Number 11, approve appropriation contract with Mobile Board of School Commissioners of Mobile County in the amount of $47,996.50 from District 1 Education Funds to help support the Coral Department academic programs and provide student-teacher incentives for John L. LaFleur Magnet High School.
So moved. Second.
Number 12, approve sponsorship agreement with Dauphin Island Sea Lab Foundation in a total amount of $500 for its Marine Environmental Awards Luncheon Funds will be divided as follows.
So moved. Second.
Number 13, approve appropriation contract with the Board of School Commissioners of Mobile County in a total amount of $24,480 to cover the cost of travel expenses to perform at the World Stride Choral Festival in Chicago, Illinois for Ben C. Rain High School Choral Department. Funds will be divided as follows.
So moved. Second.
Number 14, approve appropriation contract with the Board of School Commissioners of the Mobile County in the amount of $25,000 from District 3 Education Funds to cover the cost of concrete for an on-campus greenhouse at Bryant Career Technical Center.
So moved. Second.
Number 15, approve appropriation contract with the City of Satsuma in the amount of $7,500 from District 1 Education Funds for the Satsuma Public Safety Department Christmas Outreach Program.
So moved. Second.
Number 16, accept grant award from the U.S. Department of Justice Office of Justice Programs for the 2023 Mobile Area Law Enforcement Initiative Justice Assistance Grant Program in the amount of $221,724 with no local match.
So moved. Second.
Number 17, approve lease agreement with SMG and the City of Mobile and Mobile County Commission for the rental of the Mobile Civic Center Meeting Room 16 in an amount of $4,000 for poll workers training for probate court pending legal review.
So moved. Second.
Excuse me. Number 18, approve professional services agreement with Airwind Inc. for updating existing election-related materials in the amount not to exceed $15,000 for probate court pending legal review.
So moved. Second.
Number 19, approve space rental agreement with Abba Shrine Center for polling workers training at the rate of $100 per hour for probate court pending legal review.
So moved. Second.
Number 20, approve appropriation contract with Restore Mobile, Inc. in the amount of $25,000 from District 1 Commission funds for acquisition and stabilization of brick and mortar restoration projects.
So moved. Second.
21, approve appropriation contract with Trinity Gardens Community Civics Club in the amount of $5,000 from District 1 Education Funds for its Community Black Heritage Parade.
So moved. Second.
22, approve purchase of 3 parcels of real property from Dr. Gene G. Crawford located at 1405 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Avenue, Mobile County, Alabama for purchase price of $5,400. 1407 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Avenue, Mobile County, Alabama for purchase price of $63,000. And 1409 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Avenue, Mobile County, Alabama, for the purchase price of $30,000 for a total purchase price of $98,400 plus all closing costs from District 1 Commission funds, and to authorize Commission President to sign all documentation related to the transaction.
So moved. Second.
23, adopt a resolution authorizing requests of the Revenue Commissioner's Office at the 8 Mile Shopping Center to dispose of certain items from the fixed assets inventory list.
So moved. Second.
Number 24, adopt a resolution authorizing requests of the Revenue Commissioner's Office at the Theodore Oaks Shopping Center to dispose of certain items from the fixed assets inventory list.
So moved. Second.
25, approve appropriation contract with the Board of Commissioners of Mobile County in a total amount of $52,574 from District 1 Education Funds to purchase school supplies from Mobile County Public Schools as follows.
So moved. Second.
26, adopt a resolution authorizing requests of the Mobile County Sheriff's Office Metro Jail to dispose of certain items from fixed assets inventory list.
So moved. Second.
27, approve U.S. Department of Interior, U.S. Geological Survey Joint Funding Agreement for Water Resource Investigations with Mobile County to fund a river level gauge adjustment adjacent to Escataba Hollow Park and Campground, and to be paid with a one-time annual payment of $16,000.
So moved. Second.
Number 28, adopt a resolution affirming the county's intent to comply with the Construction Best Management Practices Plan for the Mobile County Golf Course in regard to the City of Mobile issuance of the land disturbance permit pending legal review.
So moved. Second.
29, approve a lease agreement with SMG and the City of Mobile and Mobile County Commission for the rental of the Mobile Civic Center in a total estimated amount of $11,491.72 from District 1 Education Funds for Souls of Time Historical Musical Drama.
So moved. Second.
Number 30, approve contract amendment number 6 to the Mobile County Park Initiative contract with Watermark Design Group, LLC, dated June 22nd, 2021, to add additional engineering and design and CE&I services for the Linksman Golf Course.
So moved. Second.
31, consider taking the following action on bids.
So moved. Second.
32, approve renewal software subscription agreement with Lease Online LLC in the amount of $13,720 for Leads Online Power Plus Investigation System Service Package for the Sheriff's Office.
So moved. Second.
33, approve software renewal contract with Tenex Software Solutions, Inc. in the amount of $20,000 for service on-site support for the 2024 primary EPP setup, primary election, and primary runoff election for probate court.
So moved. Second.
34, approve maintenance renewal agreement with Solar Winds in the amount of $2,855 for network performance monitor SL250 and net flow traffic and analyzer module for the Revenue Commissioner's Office at Michael Square Shopping Center.
So moved. Second.
35, approve maintenance agreement with Train US Inc. under current purchasing cooperative Ania Racing number 3341 for a total amount of $31,245 for York International Chillers, 3 located in Government Plaza and 2 in Government Plaza Annex for the Building Maintenance Department.
So moved. Second.
36, approve maintenance agreement with ATCO Companies, Ltd., in the amount of $24,114 for 3 boiler units at Government Plaza North Tower for the Building Maintenance Department.
So moved. Second.
37, approve maintenance agreement with Thompson Power Systems under the current purchasing cooperative agreement Sourcewell contract in a total amount of $28,266.73 for 5 generators and 4 automatic transfer switches at the Metro Jail for the Building Maintenance Department.
So moved. Second.
38, approved services agreement with Unity Fiber, LLC, for mobile internet access monthly recurring costs in the amount of $24,912.49 for 36 months, pending legal review.
So moved. Second.
39, approved services agreement with Unity Fiber, LLC for monthly phone access, monthly recurring costs in the amount of $23,679.20 for 36 months pending legal review.
So moved. Second.
Number 40, authorized professional services contract with Michael Campbell, archivist, to preserve and catalog historical information and images related to the sites on the Civil Rights and Cultural Heritage Trail in the amount not to exceed $17,500 exclusive of expenses from District Commission funds.
So moved. Second.
Number 41, approve assigning Camp 1 two-story building renovation to Michael Baker International for design, bidding, and project administration associated with the renovation of the first and second floors of Camp 1 building in the amount of $42,000.
So moved. Second.
42, approve contract with vendor to provide education services to students at Strickland Youth Center for a period of October 1st, 2023 to September 30th, 2024, pending legal review.
So there's no vendor to name?
And the reason why it was done that way, we still don't know for sure if it's going to be Mobile County School System or it's going to be the Poet Academy, and we have until October 31st. So it's still in discussion, and we'll be able to. Excuse me? Is Jeff Timing here? Want to speak, Jeff? Thank you.
But you explained it right. Good morning, Commissioner.
Good morning.
Do we have a vendor?
Point
Was-
Academy, it looks like it's gonna be Point Academy.
That's
Okay.
the last I heard, that it was Point
It's
Academy.
been a moving
I
target.
know. That was the last I heard.
It has been, spoke to Terrence Mixon this morning, and he's taking it to his board today, to Mobile County Public School System. They're gonna have a contract set up between Mobile County Public School System and Mobile County Commission, and then there'll be this separate contract that we will do with Point Academy.
So we're just trying to act before October 31st, so when the vendor is named, we will have already approved it. Okay.
All right.
And that money will flow from the State Department of Education to the Mobile County Public School System, to the Mobile County Commission, to Point Academy LLC,
Okay.
Oh,
for the
good.
detention center. This
Okay.
does not have to do with Point Academy on Donald Street.
Okay, thank you.
If that helps.
So moved.
Second.
43, approve change order number 1 with Integrity Maintenance LLC for removal of 5 portable buildings at the old Casa Diva School to decrease the contract by $2,000. There are no changes to the scope of work.
So moved. Second.
44, approve supplemental agreement number 1 with Southern Land Development LLC for project Hubert Morris Road for additional work necessary to complete the project and increase the contract by $32,314.48.
So moved.
Second.
45, approve a preliminary final plat for Salco 80 subdivision.
So moved.
Second.
46, approve final plat of Heritage Lake Phase 1B and accepting road right-of-ways as shown on the subdivision plat for the following streets, and accept the roads in the subdivision for maintenance by Mobile County together with drainage system as it affects said roads, and accept the warranty deed for right-of-ways indicated on this plat. This work associated with the widening of Airport Boulevard for the subdivision interest has not been accepted for maintenance by Mobile County Public Works. The issuance of the building permits within the subdivision will be limited to 10% of the number of lots of this unit until time said work in Airport Boulevard right-of-way has been certified by the developer's engineer and accepted for maintenance by the Mobile County Public Works.
I have some questions on this item, Brian, and maybe Matthew and Ricky and Neil, several people maybe. So the first question I have, are the roads within that subdivision ready to be accepted by the Mobile County Commission for maintenance?
Yes, sir. They are.
Okay. The second question I have, were there two separate submittals for the subdivision plat for the widening of Airport Boulevard, is that two separate permits?
In order to accommodate their beginning construction ahead of the complete development of the widening of Airport, yes, sir, we made, to help them along, to help them get started, we allowed them to submit the airport improvements under separate cover.
So, would we typically require a developer to provide, how much is the warranty deed, number one, the performance deed, 125 or 150? It's bond, yeah, well, it's worded here as a warranty deed, I'm assuming that's a, okay. So but there is a performance bond that the contractor has given
There
to
is
the
a
county.
bond for the cost of milling and resurfacing through that section.
$150,000?
It's either 125 or 150% of the engineer's estimate.
Okay. So, and the reason I bring this up is because we're also, but besides the performance bond, we're also going to limit the builder, who is not the developer. The developer, I think, is 68 Ventures, and I think the builder is D.R. Horton. So we're going to make the developer's contractor have a performance bond, and then we're also going to have the builder, we're going to slow him down based off of something that was pulled on a separate bond, and not allow him to get more than 10% of the permits for, or I guess a residential permits, which is, I think, 11 or 12 permits in the subdivision based off of the work that needs to be done on Airport Boulevard. So we're making them do a bond which will cover Airport Boulevard in the event that something doesn't take place. And we're also not going to allow the builder to move forward. And you know as well as I do, I've been in that subdivision. We approved the first part a month ago, and they've already built more than 12 houses. I say built, but not completely finished on those houses. So why are we taking the two steps instead of just making him get, my opinion, we should get if he's going to get the performance bond to take care of it, the roads are acceptable in the subdivision, correct, Ricky?
Yes, sir,
Why are
that's
why are we punishing, I guess, the builder along with the developer?
Could I interject here, since this is currently in District 2?
It is.
I had discussions with the county engineer about this, and I know he's been in communication with all the people, with Matthew and everybody. I think it would be prudent, Brian, if you would explain where you made this recommendation and why you made the recommendation and why you think it's important. And I am happy to defer to engineering on their recommendation on this matter.
Yes, Commissioner, in an effort to work with the developer and allow them to get started with pulling some permits on the residential structures, we decided and made a recommendation to the county commission to allow up to 10% of the lots, which would be up to about 12. But at the same time, put a little bit of pressure on them to go ahead and get the construction efforts that are necessary to correct the Airport Boulevard work. Just allow them to get started, but continue to put the pressure on them to go ahead and get the repair work that's going to be necessary. So I like to think that we have a reputation of being pro-development, and this is just an effort to allow them to get started. But also at the same time put pressure on them to go ahead and get the construction taken care of.
Otherwise, there's a risk that the subdivision can be developed completely and the road work has not been completed yet. Is that the concern?
That would not look good, Commissioner.
No,
if we
because it
allowed
would
them.
create all kind of problems out on, especially at the turn lane there and on Airport Boulevard. So I think that was why, at least my understanding when you explained it to me, why this was a concern.
Yes.
Well, I'm just still trying to understand why we are only going to allow 10% of the permits to be pulled and have the contractor do a performance bond. So are you saying the performance bond won't put the pressure on them, on the developer to fix the road? If that's not gonna put the pressure on him to fix the road, why are we even accepting any of it based on the performance bond?
A performance bond, I don't think has a time limit on it.
It doesn't.
So we're just trying to put some pressure on them to say, hey, let's get this taken care of now. We really would have thought that we would have had a recommendation from the engineer by now and had this issue resolved, but they've been dragging it out. And in an effort just to get them moving, to start development, this is a kind of a compromise situation that we recommended to the commission.
So Commissioners, we look at a bond as the last line of defense for the county. If the subdivision just went defunct and said, we're not gonna build anymore, we're just walking out, then the bond could be pulled. They messed up the road, we want them to fix the road, so that's why we're going this route, to try to pressure it a little bit. But the bond is our ultimate, I'd say, backstop.
Yeah.
Insurance policy.
And let me say this, I'm not trying to get in your district business. The reason because Airport Boulevard is the dividing line for our districts. And I will just tell you, I drive that route daily, and it's not acceptable, Brian. I agree 100%. That Airport Boulevard widening that roadway is not acceptable. I guess what I'm trying to get to is, I want to say this, and I know you guys have done everything, and that's why I wanted you to explain, because the issue with fixing Airport Boulevard is not the county's fault. Am I correct in saying that?
That is correct.
And would I be correct in saying that the engineering firm for the developer is what we're waiting on? It's not, because it's been explained to me by someone outside of the county commission that, and I want to correct this, is what I want to do.
Okay,
They're not waiting on us, we're waiting on them.
that is correct.
Okay, thank you.
That is correct.
So moved.
Second.
Number 47, approve preliminary plat of Beverly Gardens Unit 4.
So moved.
Second.
Number 48, approve right-of-way and/or easement agreements for Track 14 in the amount of $960, Track 15 in the amount of $1,200 on River Road in the amount of $2,160 for Project Murray Road, grade, drain, base, and pave.
So moved.
Second.
Number 49, authorize acquisition of property and acceptance of right-of-way deeds and/or easements from the following property owners for the following projects.
So moved.
Second.
Number 50, approve Jeremiah A. Denton Airport Disadvantaged Business Enterprise Program Policy Statement as required by the U.S. Department of Transportation.
So moved.
Second.
And Commissioners, we have 3 add-ons. First add-on, approve appointment of Frank Dixon to serve on the Board of Directors of the Solid Waste Disposal Authority of the County of Mobile, representing District 1, to serve a term of 4 years expiring January 1st, 2027.
So moved.
Second.
Number 2, approve reappointment of Johnny Hatcher to serve on the Board of Directors of Solid Waste Disposal Authority of the County of Mobile, representing District 3, to serve a term of 4 years expiring April 22nd, 2027.
So moved.
Second.
Number 3, approve appropriation contract with the Town of Mount Vernon in the amount of $15,200 from District 1 carry over funds for the Town of Mount Vernon Community Center and Coordinator's Office.
So moved.
Second.
Number 51, Commission announcements and/or comments.
I do. I have some happy news. At the Sims Fall Festival yesterday, which was a huge crowd of people, we had the animal shelter folks out there with for an adoption event, and there were 14 dogs adopted. So I think that's wonderful. Let's give that a round of applause. Anyway, so and I think I don't know how many events they've got coming up, but hopefully with all the fall festivals, hopefully there'll be plenty of other opportunities for adoptions.
That's great.
Yeah, good news and good job, Morgan. You guys keep up the good work. All right, that it? Was that it? Okay. I just wanted to let everyone know that the Dolphin Island Causeway Restoration Project has started. On last Thursday, they started the dredging to get the rocks up. That's pretty exciting news in South Mobile County. I think the dredging portion of this project that we awarded a month ago or so should take about 100 days, and then you'll start seeing, hopefully, material brought in there to start building the causeway, Dolphin Island Causeway back. And then we also have Operation Greenlight, November the 6th through the 12th, and I'm going to let Cherie make an announcement about that.
Thank you, Commissioner. This is a National Association of Counties nationwide event, and we participated for the first time last year at the urging of Commissioner Ludgood. And what the intention is to show support for veterans by shining a green light that whole week. And the green light as in move forward, which is a military term, but it's basically to show our support for veterans. And we will light Government Plaza nightly during the week. We'll be giving away 1,000 light bulbs, and people can pick them up at the libraries in the county, at the License and Revenue Commission offices, and at the information desk in Mobile County. And this is exciting, in partnership with Mobile County Fire and Rescue, we're going to be hanging a gigantic American flag in the atrium for the week of Veterans Day and the week of Operation Greenlight. And so we're working with businesses and trying to encourage them to shine green lights. And we also encourage the public to pick up lights and shine your lights and show your support for veterans.
That's good. Is there any way I think I've been asking for a year to have a gigantic flag put in the atrium. Is there any way that we can make this a permanent fixture?
Not this one, but I get a purchase order and we can take care of the big flag for you.
Let's see where we put it and see how it looks, because I would like to see an American flag in the atrium at some point.
Now, you know we've done that before, and the pigeons pooped all over it. That's why we couldn't keep it clean.
See, you always get information that you didn't know when you come to a county commission meeting.
To the point.
It's always the details.
The details, see? That's why, Cherie, because of the pigeons pooping on the flag. Okay.
Is that it? Okay. 52, approved request for a motion to adjourn until November 13th, 2023.
So moved.
Second.
And I think we have an indigent care board meeting.
Number 1, approve the minutes of the meeting of the September 25th, 2023.
So moved.
Second.
Number 2, accept a report from Mobile County Commission of the balance in the Indigent Care Fund at September 30th, 2023. Funds available, $211,415.30. No deposit made to the Indigent Care for the month of September. Deposit for September was made in the month of October 2023.
So moved.
Second.
Number 3, approve disbursement Indigent Care Fund cash receipts on October 13, 2023 for the period July 2023 through September 2023 to the following entities in the following amounts.
So moved.
Second.
And number 4, approve request for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.